right when I turn the sound files off. You got it in there. And now that's going to be how we start the stream. Welcome to Phoenix Raceway. Qualifying underway for the Cave City Roleplay Truck Series. Final race in the round of 12. Drivers with those yellow banners trying to stay in the playoffs. While the drivers get out and start their qualifying, let's look at the points, see what we're looking at. Hoytsma already through to the next round. Have 11 other drivers vying for 7 spots to try and join them next round. You have Blake Giglio in the best position, Trenton Sneed, Mike Edwards, Travis Martin, Ian Montrose, Ethan Evers, Cody Cleaver all above the cut line. But there is a tie at the cut line between Cleaver and Newton. Newton currently 9th, Margison 10th, Purcell 11th. Then J.R. Deal missed last week with a unspecified illness due to HIPAA laws. We won't actually tell you what it was, but he missed last week, and so he is in a must-win here at Phoenix. So fans of the 9 truck, if you want him to move on, he pretty much has to win tonight. Could be a tall task, especially with the field of drivers we have tonight. Quite a few solid contenders. Get back to our qualifying here. Drivers starting to populate the charts. Quinn Newton, 88 truck, currently top of the charts. He's going to spin it across the line on his second lap. Lucas Hoytsma's second lap makes him the quickest in the 97. He pulls off and stops. Remember, he's already through to the next round. He's trying to keep it locked up, win both rounds in the round of 12. Ian Montrose in the 1 truck tops the charts. Then abruptly pulls off, so we can't show off his truck. Cody Cleaver on his second lap. He's going to spin it out across the line. Goes to a 27.3, but because of the spin, truck does not get credit for the lap, so he will remain 9th. Trenton Sneed out on track in the 81. Mike Edwards in the 14. There's Trenton. Looks like he's just finished up a spin. Drivers finding this Phoenix track quite tricky. 19 drivers so far registered for this one. Got about 2 minutes if anybody's still straggling to get in. Mike Edwards in this breast cancer awareness 14 truck. So have the 35 of Benke and the Swedish Fish truck on track. Blake Giglio the 16. Got an old school EXT racing scheme. See the 98 of Dominic Lee. Lee pops into the 10th spot on his first lap. Blake Giglio in the 16, top of the charts. Blake not messing around tonight. First lap gets it up to the pole. Blake into the wall on his second attempt. Trenton's the only truck we can show you. He's just sitting there. There he is. 14 trucks attempted a qualifying time. 5 have not. Those 5 will start according to their I rating at the back of the field, 15th through 19th. Final 20 and some odd seconds tick off here. We'll just show you Trenton's truck. Why not? Blake Giglio, your pole sitter. Let's see if Blake's hanging out in driver chat. He is. Blake, DG, get a copy?
What's going on?
Hi, you picked up a pole here. How's that feeling for you?
Oh, good. I feel good.
You're 2 spots ahead of that, 3 spots ahead of that Lucas Hoytsma guy.
Yeah, I'm just here to have fun.
Hoytsma guy is already into the next round. You think he can stay ahead of him and spoil the playoff party tonight?
No, I'm just trying to get enough points to get to the next round, I'm gonna be honest, so. If I can make some points up here and guarantee us up to the next round, 16 car might be packed up home early.
All right, well, good luck with
You
that.
know how that goes.
Good luck with that.
Thanks, appreciate it.
And yeah, enjoy your starting spot and your nice number 1 pit stall.
Thanks, Zach, my paint scheme.
I did. The old EXT throwback.
Dude,
Nice.
it's back again.
Yeah, it's good times. Good times.
We wrecked that truck enough.
Oh my gosh, I just threw him out while he was talking. There's the 16 truck he was talking about. Let's go ahead and run through our Labor 12 starting lineup, presented by our fine friends in Labor 12 out in Lubbock, Texas. It was awkward lucky. I thought he was done. Blake starts on the pole in his 16 truck. It has the Valvoline EXT scheme going on. Old school throwback for him. Ian Montrose starts alongside in the number 1 Cave City Roleplay Silverado. Mike Edwards in the Brittany Billiards Dockside Ride Chevrolet starts in the 3rd spot. Lucas Weisman of the Labor 12 Chevy starts in 4th. Ethan Evers Dockside Ride Chevy starts in 5th. Quinn Newton Labor 12 Pepsi Chevy starts in 6th. Tyler Lanin Ford F-150 starts in the 7th spot. Zach Martison, Eason's Transportation, Gamer Sups, GG, all kinds of stuff going on in his truck, starts in the 8th spot. Colin Teague, the highlighter, with very little going on in his truck, but it's very bright, starts in 9th. Travis Martin, Caterpillar Ford, starts 10th. Cody Cleaver, Till Valhalla Project Chevy in 11th. Dominic Lee, App State Ford, starts in 12th. Matt Menke, Swedish Fish Chevy in 13th. Trenton C, Trans Technology Chevy 14th. Andrew Beach in a paint scheme that makes me want to drive out there and wreck him myself with the quarter panel numbers, starts in the 15th spot. Jay Munch in the Raptor Chevy starts 16th. Daniel Wallen, Labor 12 CTC Chevy 17th. JR Deal KC Roleplay Toyota starts in 18th. And Jeremy Scher Bass Pro Tracker Halloween scheme starts in the 19th spot. 19 trucks set to do battle here in the final race of the round of 12 at Phoenix. Cave City Roleplay Truck Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. If you'd like more information on it, check it out at dgsracing.com. Drivers are encouraged to go all the way down to the restart zone before they actually get on the loud pedal, even though the pace truck is already off the track. Phoenix is a weird place now that they've reconfigured it, with the pit roads still the same. Giglio and Montrose set to lead us to the green. We are underway. Well done, Scott. Giglio going to clear to the lead. Montrose in 2nd. Field 2 and 3 wide behind him. Down back by Quinn Newton. Quite a lot going on. Daniel Wallen area as well. So now Newton gets single file. Now Martison and Evers. You see Ethan Evers dive all the way down to the inside there. Looks like they're cheating and cutting the racetrack, but somehow, for some reason, the race promoters decided to make this a legal move. And now we get people going from 8 wide into 2 wide, and it causes wrecks. It's a good time. Hashtag welcome. Thank you for the follow. We're on lap number 3 of 120 here at Phoenix. Giglio leads early. And Montrose, Hoytsma, Edwards, and Newton. It's going decent, Mr. Abstract. Oh my gosh, there goes Lucas Hoytsma, the 97. Self-spin. Self-spin from the 97. Did have to throw it because he was spun out.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of embarrassing, Lucas. Lucas, is this how to drive?
Let's watch Hoytsma.
Is Oh Canada the right song?
Yeah, I'd rather not, please. Thank you.
There he goes. Back in, starts to step out. He loses it right in front of Edwards. Loops it around, hits nothing, grabs a gear, keeps rolling. But because he was on the racing surface and turned around backwards, iRacing triggered the yellow. Hoytsma falls from 3rd to 13th. Hoytsma about the only driver not worried about points tonight, at least out of the top 12. He won last week. He is through to the next round.
What's your chat volume at?
Giglio leads. Blake's looking at trying to move on to the next round as he is out front in the guaranteed transfer spot, leading the race. Trenton Sneed in second. He's currently 12th. Well, he's technically third because Lucas is through, but you know what I mean. He's currently 12th in the race. He is, that looks like 17 points above the cut line coming in. You have Mike Edwards, currently third in the 14, doing what he needs to do at the moment. Quinn Newton tied on that cutoff line with Cody Cleaver. Newton's currently ahead of Cleaver. See the 88 truck in 4th, Cleaver back in 10th. That'll be a spot to keep an eye on all night long. And then the 8 of Ethan Evers only 1 point ahead of him in the 8 truck. He is currently beating Cleaver, so out of the 3 of those, right now it would be Evers and Newton moving on. Cleaver would miss out. But anything can happen in a long race. There's fun things to keep track of as we go along. Of course, there are stage points at halfway. Top 10 get points, 10 points for the leader, 1 point to 10th. So those will be important to the playoffs as well. Let's see if we can get Lucas. Rag on him a little bit. Lucas, what happened?
They're going crazy in chat, and I had my practice laps for my qualifying laps, and the two went together, and I lost my talent.
Oh,
If I had it,
if you had it, you have so many wins here at this track already. You're like one of the best at Phoenix. Don't start with that nonsense.
good. I think we're gonna see me go around a few more times tonight.
Oh my gosh! All right, well, just try not to take out any playoff guys, I guess, since you're already through the next round.
All right.
Okay, bye. Lucas being a goofball, saying he has no talent. Over 100 wins in SRL. No one's buying it, Lucas. Giglio with the huge restart. 16 truck takes off, cuts the track. Look at all them cheaters. Giglio out front, Montrose second. Quinn Newton fighting Mike Edwards for third. Newton to third, Edwards fourth, Margison currently in the 5th spot. Then Travis Martin, Ethan Evers. That's a battle for 6th. Behind him, that looks like Leanan and Colin Teague, 8th and 9th. 2 of Cleaver in that mix. And Dominic Lee and Hoytsman's already picked up a spot. He's 12th now, was 13th. Not a lot of action towards the front. Middle of the pack seems to be where it's at as Hoytsman goes around the outside of Dominic Lee. 97 and 98 trucks. See the different lines everyone's taking. Edwards stays up on the main track. Travis Martin way down on the flat. Zach Margison running in between those 2 lines. Go for a ride on board Travis Martin's truck for a lap or 2 around Phoenix. Come out of turns 3 and 4, hit the start-finish line, go through what they call the dog leg. They don't number this as a turn for some reason, even though it clearly is a turn. Then they call this turn 1. Don't get me started on naming turns. It's turn 2. Onto what is now the backstretch, used to be the front stretch. Start-finish used to be right there. Then into what used to be 1, now is 3. And out of turn number 4 to the start-finish line. Back to the dog leg, you see Travis Martin this time stays up on the main track. All 4 in front of him all cut the track down below the yellow line. No such thing as track limits in NASCAR unless you're at a super speedway, so if it's paved, you can use it. Driver's taking full advantage of that through the dog leg. Earnhardt, we're going to blame Earnhardt for naming the dog leg and not counting it as a corner. Great. I mean, think about the ovals, like Charlotte and Atlanta with the double dog leg. It makes sense that those tracks have 4 turns. You go to the big sweeping turn 1, the big sweeping turn 2 at the end of the what's called the backstretch, and then you have 2 more turns, right? The double dog leg. but no, they don't call those turns for some reason. So Edwards barely cut the track. Martin didn't cut the track, and then the top three were all way down below the yellow line. Let's ride along with Quinn here. See if he repeats that line with the top two. Come off turn number 4 to the start-finish line. See how far they cut it. All about the same. None of them really got down to the pit access area. If you run some officials here, you'll see people right against the pit wall and cutting into where the pit lane blends out. It's chaotic. Then they get mad at drivers exiting the pits. Come on. Top 3 in a nice little fight here. Montrose trying to find a way by Giglio as Quinn Newton's back in, kicks out on him. Costs him a little bit of time. Couple tenths added to the 88's time there and dropped him back off the tailgate of Montrose. Top 3 put about a second over 4th place Mike Edwards. Then you have Edwards, Martin, Margison, Evers, Cleaver, Teague. Lanen just lost 2 spots there. Cleaver and Teague got by him. Then you have Hoytson up 2 spots since the restart, currently 11th. Dominic Lee 12th, Trenton Sneed 13th, Andrew Beach 14th, J Munch 15th, JR Deal 9 truck in a must win, currently in 16th. Jeremy Scherer in 17th, Daniel Wallen 18th, Matt Benke 19th, and looks like he just got out of shape. Truck well off the pace as we clicked over to him. I'll lose a couple seconds on that lap. Look back from the leaders. The rest of the field. Giglio cutting the track more than the other 2 are. There's pros and cons to it. Some drivers believe that aggressive transition from the banking to the flat part of the track can wear your tires a little quicker. And some drivers you'll see stay on the main track for that reason. Try not to burn extra rubber off. Montrose really charged in the corner there. Cost him on corner exit. And Cleaver and Evers battling. Cleaver takes the short way around and gets ahead of Evers. Evers now falling back to Colin Teague. You see Lucas Heusman up to 10th. He's past Tyler Lanen. Trenton Sneed, Dominic Lee battle. Lee on the inside, getting around Trenton. Lee's going to work on Lanen. Teague and Evers still battling. Scramble for 8th between the 8 and the 50. It's like Ethan wanted to cut that corner a little lower than Colin Teague. Made sure his nose was still in there. Ethan had to readjust his line. That's going to help Teague. Teague clears Evers. Teague up to 8th. Like Matt Benke may have smacked the wall. Truck looks okay. Maybe he just spun it out. It's now 15 seconds behind the leader by himself, but he picked up a 2x incident. Giglio starting to put a gap over Montrose and Newton. Edwards in 4th. Martin, Cleaver, Margison. Lee, Andrew Beach, and Trenton Sneed. All right there together. Dominic Lee back in, steps out on that Ford F-150. Caught the apron a little bit in an awkward spot. You have State Ford losing some ground back to 14th. Fill in on a little strategy. Daniel Llewellyn came down to that last caution, topped off the tank with 1 to green. So he is 5 laps better than the rest of the field on the fuel tank. Matt Benke spun out the 35 again. This time he takes a tow. 35 truck all kinds of out of shape there. Let's go back and see what starts it. Gets off turn number 2, big time sideways. He fights it all the way down the backstretch and eventually comes around on him after nosing into the wall. Sounds like he popped the motor there. You'll see him take a tow before the field gets there. We stay green. See if we get that truck safely to the pit lane. Giglio continues to lead. Montrose, Newton. Edwards starting to close in on Newton. See all those transitions the truck goes through when you cut the dog leg. There's 2 different angles that you go across there. Some folks believe that can cut your tire life down, going over that repeatedly. Transition there, and then where the white line is, it transitions again. So the yellow line and the white line are both banked differently on either side. So that's all that transition talk we're talking about. Travis Martin in the top 5 in the Cat Ford. Cody Cleaver 6th. And Margison in the 7th spot. Lucas Hoytsma in 8th. Colin Teague in 9th. Ethan Evers 10th. We have Tyler Lanin, Trenton Sneed, Andrew Beach. Dominic Lee seems to have settled out in 14th. Jay Munch 15th. J.R. Deal 16th. Daniel Llewellyn right on his tailgate. Jeremy Scher, last truck on a lead lap in 18th. Matt Benke on and off the pit lane after taking that tow. He's now 3 laps down in 35. He is back out on track with a fresh race truck. Giglio's lead now almost 2 seconds over Montrose. And the battle for third is heating up. Edwards right on the tailgate of the Pepsi Silverado. Peeks to the inside off turn number 2, gets back in line for 3. Listen and see who's shifting and where they might be shifting. So run gets a little deeper. No shift through 1 and 2 for Edwards. Not shifting in 3 and 4 either. Switch over to Quinn, see if we can hear some shifting. Nice Star Wars helmet. You heard him get loose there. Edwards going to peek to his inside. You hear him downshift right there, so Newton is shifting. Edwards going to wrap the bottom and get past Newton, take over third. Travis Martin going to try to follow through in the 63. About halfway to halfway. Martin gets the inside line on Newton. Martin all the way down onto the pit lane there. Pit exit area. Perfectly legal. As long as you aren't cutting into the actual pit lane where it's timed. Newton put up a better fight than I thought on Travis Martin here. Edwards seems to get by relatively easy. Martin, a little bit more difficult. Saw the back end step out there as he got down onto the flattest part of the banking. Wanted to drift up there, but not able to. Newton hanging on his outside. Here comes the 2 to pit road. Cody Cleaver pits the 2 truck on lap 34. First of our lead lap trucks to hit the pit lane. A little surprised, but maybe he's going for a 3-stopper if we stay green. It'll be a while for folks like Daniel Llewellyn come to pit lane. Daniel has the extra fuel, topped off on our only caution. Giglio's lead now 3 seconds over Ian Montrose. Blake putting a whipping on him. Edwards now 3rd. Then you have Newton, Martin, Margison, and Hoytsma. It's a 4-truck battle now for that 4th spot. It's Quinn Newton maybe bottling up this pack of trucks a bit. You see in the background, Ethan Evers in 8th, Tyler Lehnen, Colin Teague finishing up the top 10. Dominic Lee's back up to 11th after falling to 14th. Check in on Cleaver after his pit stop. It's currently shown 18th. 1 lap down in the deuce. It's a long way to go to unlap himself too. He is going to be holding his breath until everyone else pits. Looks like Ethan Evers in the 8 truck has decided it's time to pit. Bit interesting on these pit cycles. Hello, Hunter. So the Delta Prime guy's trying some strategy. Might be trying to maximize stage points. They think everyone has to pit before the end of the stage, then they would be the trucks out there in the front by virtue of the short pit. And the caution waves. It's Quinn Newton, the 88 truck. It's gone around, and that bites those 2 Delta Prime trucks that pit already. Quinn Newton ahead of Lucas Hoytsma. Hoytsma just barely gets him in the right rear, turns the 88 around.
Away.
And that just absolutely ruins the guy that's pit strategy just got totally screwed. Hoytsma clips the back of his teammate. Quinn Newton goes around.
Clock ticking. Dun, dun, dun.
That royally screws Ethan Evers and Cody Cleaver. Pit lane becomes a busy place for all the trucks that had not yet pit. Which will be your top 15, plus I think Llewellyn will come down in 16th. Cleaver and Evers will stay out, take the wave around, but they'll be 17th and 18th with 20 laps to go. And by the time we go green, 16, that's rough. Trucks all make their way off the pit lane. 4 tires and fuel. Don't see any short stops. Looks like everybody went for the 4 tires. Quinn, what happened?
There, I'm muted, sorry. I burned my tires off a little bit too much during that first run, so I just needed to hold on for about 12 more laps, just not give up too much more, and I think I'd have been alright. Looks like Lulu just tapped me a little bit. Went around. That's all right though. Got a lot of race left. We've got, what? 2 quarters left, so I don't know. We'll be all right. 2/3, I guess. So we'll be all right. We'll hopefully get some spots back here.
TN4, good luck to you, and try to get them stage points. They're always important.
Appreciate it.
Quinn Newton saying he did indeed get the bump from Hoytsma. Turned the 88 around. Blake Giglio, your leader, gives up his 3-second lead as the field bunches back together. 35 and 8 will take waiver rounds.
Is there beef in front of me?
I don't see no beef. Not yet.
You've heard of me and Beach. Beach had to adjust his glasses, and I'm trying to scratch my eye while in VR, so we're just kind of all over the fucking place. That man
Edwards.
is my brother from a different mother.
Edwards saying hello to Giglio. Pace truck dives off from a pace car here tonight. Normally the trucks have a truck, but we have a car this week. Make our way down the long backstretch as the pace car leaves the track in turn 2. Finally make it to the restart zone. Giglio goes right at the start of the zone. Montrose and Edwards. Martin there battling for 3rd. Like Cody Cleaver came down as the lucky dog and took another set of tires. So that's a bit interesting. We'll see if they still have tires at the end of this run. Travis Martin working on Edwards on the inside here. I saw Edwards last run kind of let the top 3 or 4 go. So 55 of Margison's out of shape. He's going to lose it. Margison into the inside wall. Almost hits back on the outside wall. 55 out of shape, out of turn number 2 into the inside wall. We stay green. Martin all over the back of Montrose for a second. I normally see Martin a little more patient on the tires run, but maybe he wants to get those stage points. Being a little aggressive early on this set of tires. It's that exciting in a not so good way. Trying to avoid the 55 on that backstretch, yeah. Hoytsma working on Lanen.
Lucas charged the corner, I'm backing off.
Lanen said Hoytsma can have the corner. Lucas drives it in there. Dominic Lee decides he'll go in there as well. Lanen not running for the championship, so he can afford not to get these stage points. He's decided to save the tires instead. Quinn Newton back up to 9th, back up into the stage point zone. Trenton Sneed, the last one in those point picking up positions. 12 laps until the stage. Cody Cleaver just outside, wanting to get in. He's going to turn down inside Trenton. Martin and Montrose battle as Martin's gone to the outside of the one. Trying to go the long way around as we saw Montrose get quite out of shape coming out of 2. That's going to give Martin that position. Nicely done, Travis Martin around the outside of the one. Ghostman wanting them stage points. Starting to put the pressure on Giglio. Dominic Lee. 98 truck all out of shape. Dropping back through the field all the way back to 17th now. Cher and Ethan Evers battle. Evers trying to get some stage points. He's got a ways to go. He's 14th. Got to get up to 10th. 10 laps. That is a tall task. Now the battle for the lead. Travis Martin trying to go the long way around Giglio. Giglio slides up in front of him. Montrose sticks his Silverado in there. Now he's battling Travis Martin for second all over again. Mike Edwards just watching in the 4th spot. Martin's found some speed in that high line. I don't know that it works on both ends of the track, but down 1 and 2 definitely seems to have something. Giglio that time not down to the yellow line. He stays up in Travis's line. Top 5 trucks put a little distance. Now Lucas Hoytsma in 6th. He's finally gotten around the lane in. Cody Cleaver, Quinn Newton battle for the 8th spot. These 5 trucks all nose the tail. Closing in on those stage points, all important stage points. Colin Teague looks to the outside of Mike Edwards. Trying to take that 4th spot on the outside. Saw Martin do it. Edwards gives him plenty of room there. Colin Teague will finally complete the pass. Margison in the 55, heavily damaged. It's like Margison not getting along with Phoenix. Smacks the inside wall, smacks the outside wall. Almost brought out a caution, but did not. As the field goes racing by. Margison will limp the 55 back to the pit lane. Blake still leads. Lucas has caught this pack. You have Lane and Cleaver and Newton. Trenton Sneed, the last truck in those playoff point positions. Like Giglio clicking off these laps in a hurry. Two and a half laps to go to give away some points, and we got a caution. Ethan Evers in the 8 has had an issue. He's behind JR Deal. Back in comes around on him coming out of turn number 4. He just never can catch up on the steering. Locks it down, and a little surprised that brought out the yellow. That should take us to our stage. I imagine drivers not in the playoffs may pit here, take advantage of the drivers having to stay out for the stage points. Blake's going to hit the pit lane. I'm sure drivers will stay out for the stage points. So quite a few coming to the pit lane. I am shocked so many are coming to the pit lane, actually. These guys need points. Montrose stays out. Edwards stays out. Cleaver stays out. Newton. And the Wallen, then Evers. like the way the pit lane shapes out, Blake Giglio is actually still going to win that stage. That's crazy. See if we can take a look at this trigger here.
Hey, Cleaver, I think you need to pit here.
That's right, it's the end of lap 60, so we're good. Blake
Fine.
didn't. Quinn Newton trying to get Cleaver to pit. No avail. Yep, got it, Mikey. One more lap. That's crazy, though, that Blake was actually ahead of you guys at the start-finish there. That had been the decision, man. That would have been crazy. So 6 trucks stay
Whoa,
out.
what are we doing?
You got big booty, man. I want that big booty.
Lucas, I miss you. Come back to me, my lover.
Oh my god. What's happening? What is happening? Now we're going to give out points. Montrose will pick up 10. Mike Edwards 9.
Oh, no,
Cody
you
Cleaver
did it.
8. Quinn Newton 7. Daniel Llewellyn 6. Ethan Evers 5. Blake Giglio 4. Travis Martin 3. Colin Teague 2. Tyler Lane 1. It's the drivers that need those playoff points down near the cutoff line decide to come down and get what they can. Staying out here. And now the pit road should be closed. I think the penalty is a hold on the pit lane, so I don't think anybody will tempt that. They're just going to have to hold on and hope for the best. Tires definitely a big deal at Phoenix. The drivers are up to now. Should get lights out on the pace car here. And we do. The top 6 trucks, back to Ethan Evers in the 8, all stay out here on old tires to pick up the top 6 spots in the halfway stage points. 7th one back on fresh tires. This could get interesting, to say the least. Montrose has control of the field in the Cave City Roleplay Silverado, alongside Mike Edwards in the Brittany's Billiard Chevy. I tried to say Silverado and Chevy at the same time. That doesn't work. Comes out Civvy. There goes Montrose on a loud pedal. Cleaver and Edwards behind, then Quinn Newton. So we'll watch to see how the guys on fresh tires try to pick their way through here. Ethan Evers looks like he's at the top of a 4 wide. Oh my gosh. Blake Giglio sends it in there. Blake up to the 5th spot as he tries to navigate all those trucks on older tires. It's already gotten by 2 of them. Llewellyn and the 8 of Evers. Let's go on board with the 1 of Montrose and look back. Watch the field. It's Giglio in the white and light blue truck. Currently 5th in line. Travis Martin hot on his tail. Martin also pit. Giglio trying to work Edwards. Everybody's got to pit one more time. So these guys on older tires, sure it'll be a struggle for a while, but they are okay if it goes green. They'll be a little behind on tires at this part of the race, but they'll be able to come down both on a set of tires and at least not have to worry about having an extra pit stop. Blake gets by Edwards. Edwards fallen to 7th now. Now 8th, Hoytsma gets by. Blake works on his teammate Quinn Newton. Travis Martin, Colin Teague, Lucas Hoytsma, all working on newer tires. Looks like the 69er J Munch got a bit out of shape, lost a couple of spots towards the back of the pack, but still soldiering in the proper direction. And now there's just 2 trucks left for Blake to get by as they get by Quinn Newton. Newton smacking the wall there coming out of 2. Right on board with the 16. Where Blake decides to set up the pass. Obviously has the speed. Cleaver unable to hold the bottom. Blake's going to position his truck to the inside. Travis Martin going to follow him through like a lead blocker. There's all 4 of those trucks right around Cleaver, all on fresh tires. Oh, Martin gets way out of shape in the 63. Gets into Lucas Hoytsma. They both go up and into the outside wall, but they're still going in the proper direction, so no yellow is triggered. It's Hoytsma dropping down the order. He and Travis Martin get together after Martin got really out of shape coming out of 2. No chatter on the driver channel. That's bizarre. So at halfway, the cutoff line area, Ethan's in 9th, 1 point out. Quinn Newton is in 8th, 1 point in. Cody Cleaver, 2 points in. Travis Martin, 7 points in. Things are extremely tight down there. Now Blake Giglio to the outside of the one of Ian Montrose. Montrose, no, Blake's on better tires.
I was trying to type back, not hit you.
Colin Teague trying to keep up with Giglio. Montrose defends his position a bit. Colin Teague trying to find a way around the 1. Trying to get to the outside, squeezing between him and the wall. He makes it there, but then Montrose pinches him. Colin gets up into the fence as a result. Montrose out of shape. That helps Giglio pick up a half second. Teague probably none too pleased about that. Probably give Montrose a bit of a nudge out of the way here. Doesn't even have to. Montrose just goes to the top and lets him have the bottom. Probably a wise decision. Colin Teague now up to 2nd. Montrose and Cleaver, I imagine, are about 9 to 10 laps away from having a green flag stop. The rest of the field can kind of take their time on that. They could go maybe lap 90 if they want to split the tires in half, or they could go even further if they want to run the fuel tank out. Probably go all the way to about 100. Andrew Beach, welcome back, buddy. Been a while since we've seen Beach on track. Good to see him. Even with the quarter panel numbers that make me want to go out there and just slap paint all over his truck. Leanin getting by Cleaver in the 64. Also on fresh tires. Hoytsma's all the way back to 15th. I don't know how damaged his truck is. Looks like it's pretty tore up on both front fenders. Pushed in right in front of both front tires. Truck probably not handling too good. Jeremy Scherer getting by Mike Edwards. Llewellyn 16th. All the vehicles that stayed out here. Mike Edwards 13th. Quinn Newton 11th. Cody Cleaver 6th. And Ian Montrose 3rd. Those are the 6 that stayed out on that last caution. Ethan Evers, he did as well. He's on the pit lane. I think he has decided it is time to come take his final pit stop. hope for the best. So he's trying to short pit it and hope for green flag run. Ethan currently 1 point out after the points at halfway were given out. Blake Giglio, Colin Teague, Tyler Layden, Ian Machos, Andrew Beach, and Cleaver, Trenton Sneed, Travis Martin, Dominic Lee, J.R. Deal. Probably pretty close to seeing all those trucks that stayed out on the last caution come to the pit lane. Hoytsma and Newton paddle again. It's like Cody Cleaver in the 2. He's decided it's time to pit. And we have a caution. Lucas Hoytsma around. Quinn Newton gets right into the back of him. We saw Hoytsma turn Newton earlier, and Newton now turns Hoytsma and brings out the caution again after Delta Prime trucks have pit again. Wow. All I can say is wow. Well, that should take all the strategy out. Everyone can make it from here. Ethan Evers have to take a wave around. Cody Cleaver. I believe Cody Cleaver still scored on the lead lap. If he is on and off the pit road, is still on the lead lap, he will be a race leader. He may have just rolled through the pit lane, though, to save his lap. Looking at the pit lane time, it was 30 seconds, so I think he just rolled the pit lane, did not stop in his box, stayed on the lead lap. Then does not go down the pit lane. Very confused. Field works down the pit lane as Cody Cleaver has stayed out. Maybe he didn't realize he's on a lead lap still. I don't know. I don't know.
We're going.
Blake's going to bolt on his 4 tires, be down and away, maintain first vehicle off pit road as he was first one on pit road. He'll come out second behind Cody Cleaver. And Cody going to come to the pit lane this time by. Probably running on fumes. He'll come back down. So Hoytsma and Newton bringing out 2 very ill-timed cautions for the Delta Prime team. Cleaver heads up enough to stay on the lead lap, but it is going to cost him. Evers a lap down. I think he got the lucky dog. Travis Martin on the pit lane. Remember, he got pinched into the wall with Lucas. Those 2 made contact in the backstretch. He may be coming down to work on a little damage repair on the 63. Does indeed appear to be what's going on there. Margison, he's going to stay out Try to get a wave around here and hope for more caution so you can come down and pit. It's been 26 laps since the 55 has been to pit lane. So he'd need a caution in about 14 laps or so to make this strategy pay off for him. So he has a blink. He'll be going from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. Giglio will take over the race lead after Cleaver pit. Then you have Lanen, Colin Teague, Ian Montrose, Trenton Sneed up into the top 5. Andrew Beach 6th, Dominic Lee 7th, J.R. Deal 8th, Mike Edwards 9th, J. Munch 10th, Scherer 11th, Newton 12th, Llewellyn 13th, Lucas 14th, Cody Cleaver 15th, Ethan Eber 16th, Travis Martin 17th.
Good thing we didn't ask your opinion.
Wow. Margin's taking his wave around. Pace car ducks off in turn 2. And we get to anticipate the start all the way down the backstretch. Ford versus Chevy front row. Chevy versus Ford row 2. First Toyota is J.R. Deal in 8th. Giglio gets going right before the restart zone. It's perfectly legal, but a bit against the gentleman's agreement. Giglio disappears ahead of Lanen. Montrose, Colin Teague, all single file in the top 4. Colin Teague's going to lose it in the highlighter. Smacks it to the wall. Takes Andrew Beach. Quinn Newton also in to the wall hard. Andrew Beach around backwards. That brings out caution number 5. Colin Teague sounds like the motor popped on the 50. Just loses it on his own, and then as he's trying to save it, Andrew Beach, nowhere to go, gets into him. Quinn Newton heavy into the 50.
Yay, I'm saved!
As Margison
I'm saved!
both gets the lucky dog, and the strategy works out for him on the wave around.
Back to iRacing.
So Margison made out like a bandit on that. Went from 2 laps down to the lead lap, just like that.
DG's up there cheering in the booth. The quarter panel guy got wrecked.
I mean, I didn't think of that, but now that you mention it, you're not wrong.
Oh shit, I missed pit road. That's funny.
He's more worried about me in the booth. Misses pit lane. Unfortunately, I could still see the quarter panels. You're going to have to wreck it again.
What is restart rule?
Wait until the restart zone. It's the gentleman's agreement.
Excuse me.
Someone may have to tell Giglio, though, because he went a little early that time.
Restart rule, at least for here, is the leader has the restart, but be sensible about it. There's a long way to go between the pit entry and the start.
Cody, just tell him wait till the restart zone. For this track. So much easier.
Okay, so we can go before Geico.
Hey, just tell him to go in the restart zone. Just that's the easiest way to put it, so it's a cut and dry thing.
10-4. I mean, the easiest thing would just be keep it near the restart zone.
Okay, I just wanted to know if I had the lead later on. But I saw Blake go before it, and it wasn't egregious, you know?
Yeah, usually it's on the leader, and on normal tracks it's easier. Like, it's not as difficult as this. You just go near the restart zone, but you don't have to be in the restart zone.
Alright, I appreciate it.
For clarification, most tracks it's as soon as the pace vehicle is off the track you can go. But that Phoenix, that is an issue since they come in turn 2. You have so far around to go. So the kind of gentleman's agreement thing is to wait until the restart zone before you go. Giglio definitely went a little bit before the restart zone last time, but no black and white rule against it, just kind of frowned upon. Hence Lanen wanting a clarification there. check in on the 88. Looks like he's gone to a backup truck.
Gotta pass me, Michael.
Newton's truck looking brand new, so he has indeed taken a backup truck after that last wreck. Andrew Beach. Looks like he has done the same. That truck brand new. They see the pace cars off, and they have this whole backstretch where by the normal rules you could go anywhere in here. Which would just be insane. Probably wreck the field every restart. So that's why there's kind of that agreement in place to wait until you see the blue on the inside of the track right about here before you go. There goes Blake.
I knew it was clear for passing under yellow.
What happened there? The car's going every which way. Oh, Tua Cleaver's getting out of shape right in front of Beach. Beach is going to then get in the back of him, turn him to the outside wall. Cleaver has damage, but we stay green. That was total chaos. See what happened.
Was that net code by a mile, or did you first lose?
Tua Cleaver got out of shape. Beach King gets into him, turns him to the outside wall. And then, yeah, netcode between Mike Edwards and Travis Martin. A lot happened there. Because Hoytsman dropping back again in the 97. What happened to him? Got up and into the outside wall. Very uncharacteristic mistake of Hoytsman there. Normally very good at Phoenix. Now we have our 6th caution. Llewellyn, so much happening. See Jeremy Scherer overcooks corner a little bit. Jump back to the far chase. See Llewellyn outside Newton. Here comes the 15. Daniel was starting to make his arc down to the apex. Did not expect the 15 to get in there. They come together in the corner. Daniel goes around. And that brings out another caution. Gives us a chance to catch our breath. So much happened there. Giglio is your leader. Laner is Lanen is 2nd. Ian Montrose 3rd. Trenton's up to 4th. So much happening at one time. JR Deal. Look, it's top 5, buddy. He's in a must-win situation. JR Deal is able to steal this win. That would really shake up the points. Slide everybody down a line on the points. And then it is anybody's guess what happens. Look again at those points. Remember, this doesn't count the playoff points that were, or stage points that were given at halfway. So this was at the start of the race. You see JR Deal 2,000, 35 points beyond the cut. He would essentially have to win this race to be able to move on. There's some mathematical ways where he wouldn't have to, but those are very convoluted. Easier to say. For the most part, he would have to win this race. If he jumps from 12th up to 2nd with the win, shifts everybody down a line, make the drivers that much more desperate. Sean Purcell not here tonight, so Margison, Newton, Cleaver, Evers, it's really where the focus is. Margison been in up and down night form so far, but he's back up to the 8th spot. If he's able to win.
Yeah, I'm just asking this out of my own curiosity, but what's the black flag clear for?
Didn't he say it was passing under the yellow?
Passing under yellow. Does he need to announce it to the world since he's in my chat? Would y'all feel better about that, or?
I mean, he said it over the mic.
That's fine, Brent.
I heard it.
Because Mike was in your chat too, and he said that he had a black flag needed to be cleared, so what?
Oh, maybe it wasn't Mike then. The only one I heard was
The
Mike.
exact same thing. So if anybody else had that same problem, key up.
Driver's getting feisty.
Hello, Ian. We love you. I'm sorry. I love you, Big Block. I've been yelled at now by Trenton.
He's out now. I don't
This Big Block.
Hi, Trenton.
Hi.
Oh, we're up there in the 4th spot. What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
Blake, you sure you don't get the top?
So much weird stuff happening this race.
I wrecked during qualifying. I've been stuck in the back. I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm slow. So I'm just kind of seeing where the wave takes me. We went from Australia, we're up to Mexico. Make up 3 spots, I'll be back home.
Perfect. All right, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask, because I could have said yes, and give me a second.
Pace car heads on off. We got a half lap. Sit here and think about the restart. See if Blake once again goes before the Geico restart zone, as he has been doing. Yes, he does. Green flag back in the air. 22 laps to go. Blake Lanen, 1 and 2. Montrose, Sneed, JR Deal, and Dominic Lee. Lee around the outside of Deal, moves up into 5th. And we are back under caution. Looks like it's Hoytsma again. This time with Daniel Llewellyn. They get together on the backstretch. Hoytsman's definitely not had a night to write home about. But a net code in between. Round goes the 97.
It's a product of the situation, dude. I don't want a big block you at all, okay?
I said, what's the plan? Not what?
The plan is to block you.
Okay.
Okay.
Haven't got past that bit yet. We'll figure it out soon.
Block Trenton. Hasn't figured anything else out.
You're ahead of me now, so I'm thinking the plan's working. And we do have beats to contend with now, so that could be a problem.
See trailer park girls around the outside.
That is offensive to trailer park girls.
I'm gonna go wherever the thing has a grip, and right now I'm still searching.
There goes Colin Teague. Highlighter going back 1 lap, from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. Hoytsman's just had a horrible night. Fortunately for him, he is through to the next round already. Doesn't have to remember Phoenix at all. Like Llewellyn's headed to the pit lane. May need more repairs on the 23 after getting into his teammate there. Jimmy Scherer 15th, Quinn Newton 14th, Jay Munch 13th, Cody Cleaver 12th, Mike Edwards 11th, Travis Martin 10th, Ethan Evers 9th, Zach Martinson 8th, Andrew Beach 7th, J.R. Deal 6th, Dominic Lee 5th, Trenton Sneed 4th, Ian Montrose 3rd, Tyler Lane in 12th, and Blake Giglio. Quite dominant tonight. Been some cycle of pit sequences that have had him out of the lead some, but definitely been the fastest truck of the night. Blake trying to punch his ticket to the next round. Should easily do it on points, but he wants to do it in style with a win. Gives him 3 extra bonus points for the next round. The gold is not too shiny tonight. It's being more of a bronze boy tonight. 100 wins in a crap load of championships. can't really knock the shine off of him that much.
If you guys want to know what's wrong with Lucas tonight, he's been on Tinder.
Oh my gosh. I hope there's some truth to that. That'd be really funny. Scott, that explains it. How much you want to bet Blake goes before the restart zone again?
I feel like Kimi Räikkönen right now.
Because you're in second?
You need longer steering wheel.
Everyone's swerving.
I had forgotten about that.
We just haven't touched the wiggle. We got the wiggle disease.
And then try it, and we're getting four.
Restart time, here we go. Giglio, look at that, before the restart zone. He's like, I don't care about no gentleman's agreement. The hell with that. I want to win. Montrose cleanly ahead of Trenton. JR Deal fighting Dominic Lee for that 5th spot again. Lee had wrestled it away before the caution. Now they're side by side again as the 2 of Cleaver bounces off the wall, almost gets down into his teammate. Mike Edwards there. These guys really fighting for those last spots in the playoffs as we go from 12 to 8. A lot of those 4 drivers right there very much in the contention. The 8 of Evers, the 2 of Cleaver, the 14 of Edwards, the 88 of Quinn Newton. Trying to get every point they can get. Oh, Beach got a bit out of shape in the 71. Nearly into Deal. Margison's fishtailing all over the place. Hangs on to it. I don't think that truck was straight all the way down that backstretch. It's in every which way. Uh-oh, there goes 15. Jeremy Scherer. Bam! Hard into the inside wall. He's well off the surface and no trucks around him to trigger the caution, so he may stay green here. Beach still fighting Margison. Trenton's fighting Dominic Lee for 4th. Lee starting to make his way towards the front. Margison wanting Andrew Beach to go away, and we get our 8th caution. Daniel Llewellyn has crashed again. He's behind 97 of Hoytsma. Colin Teague, a great job to avoid Daniel Llewellyn's spinning truck. What happened to Quinn Newton to get him so far back? It's like Quinn lost it on his own and we didn't catch it. He was probably hoping we wouldn't. See Jeremy Scherer wrecking. Quinn Newton right behind him, or right ahead of him I should say, but behind him in chronological order. He'll go around right at the exit of the pit lane. That's how Quinn got so far behind. And then Llewellyn, he's going to self-spin right in front of Colin Teague. That has to be a new pair of shorts needed for Colin Teague, especially since he had to avoid him to get the lucky dog. Let's go back and watch this one from the roof of the highlighter. Uh-oh! Oh my gosh. Close call. Nice avoidance there by the 50. And now, pit road is an interesting place. So we go back live. Some trucks on the pit lane. See who still has tires. Tires very much a factor here if you get enough time to use them. Trenton Sneed. First one off the pit lane with 4 tires. Then JR Deal, Zach Margison, Andrew Beach, Travis Martin. Then Mike Edwards.
Sorry, Colin, I was taking a swig of my pint.
See Jeremy Scherer rolling out. Hoytsman's taking some damage repair, as is Quinn Newton. His pint! It's beer!
It's a British term for a beer, innit?
Oh, Bruno, tell you. Are we having another Alcoholics Anonymous meeting?
We're being cultured, okay?
What drinking drove and smoking floor?
We're getting a bit British.
And certainly not in the truck series.
Second night of the AA meeting for SRL.
Second night? I thought it was every night.
If it wasn't playoffs, I'd totally be drinking right now. I'm on my vacation.
Okay, just because it's playoffs, I think you should be drinking anyway, but you know.
Playoff.
Playoffs.
I've somehow made it in the playoffs in this shit box of a vehicle. I want to try and keep that going.
Good, good. Let the culture flow through you. Do it.
Did you say you started early?
Yeah. Ask the guys. I said I was already finishing my second moonshine drink before we even got in here.
Wow.
I finished early. I'm in danger.
Boy. We're losing all kinds of control here. We've lost the race, chat. Please tell me lights are out. Thank goodness.
As the race goes on, we all lose brain cells.
Getting ready for the restart. Giglio and Lane in your front row. Montrose and Lee row 2. Cleaver Evers row 3. All those trucks have stayed out, along with J Munch. Then you have Margison on fresh tires in 9th. JR Deal in 10th. Trenton Sneed in 8th. All those trucks on fresh tires. See if they're able to do anything with those fresh tires with 12 to go, or if we'll keep getting these cautions and track position will be king.
Michael, don't do it. Don't do it. That's an exit only. Stop touching my butt.
Oh dear God. Who thinks Giglio's going early? Let's hear it in chat. Yep, you went early. Layton drops in behind him. Montrose and Cleaver. Cleaver fighting J Munch. Trent Sneed pinned in.
Damn, okay, car inside. Split up, but damn.
JR Deal farthest ahead on new tires. See if he gets to put them to good use. He needs to win this race in the 9 truck in order to move on in the playoffs. Ethan Evers. Hard send there, gets pushed up the hill. That momentum. Evers kind of in trouble. JR Deal out of shape. He's dropping back. Not going the way he had hoped. Giglio out in front of Lanen, Montrose, Cleaver, Dominic Lee, J Munch. Margison now, the 55, closest to the front on the fresh tires. Is Edwards all kinds of out of shape in the 14. He's going to go around. And there is a crash on the backstretch heading into turn number 3. Mike Edwards is destroyed. Definitely not what he had hoped for. He's going to have to take a tow, it sounded like, and that's going to put him in horrible shape. It's like Edwards now goes to 18th. That is going to be very hurtful for Edwards' chances of moving on. He's going to have to sweat it out now as we wait to get the points after the race. Jeremy Shearer, Andrew Beach on the pit lane. They have some
highest up on freshies.
Damage to repair. That is Margison in 7th.
I think there's 59 up there at my feet.
Nope.
Alright. I knew it was you at first, but then I looked and you were no longer there.
Margison in 7th.
Yeah, my lane didn't go, and then I got to pretty wide and hit the fence.
J Munch has fresher tires than Lanen.
So what you're telling me was a downward slide.
It's been a downward slide.
This whole race has been a downward slide.
Welcome back to the SRL AA meeting.
Whole race has been a downward slide.
After looking at the replay, I would like to retract my statement. I'm so sorry, 55, that's on me, I'm a dumbass.
Edwards' truck's still sitting stationary on the pit lane. He's going to end up going another lap down. this point, he'd need 3 cautions to get back on a lead lap. That is a tall task at this stage in the race with only 7 to go.
Jeremy, I'm trying. I'm hurt pretty good. Just trying to finish.
I'm hurt too.
Pace car heading to the pit lane.
Update from the 64 machine. My nose is bleeding.
Interesting. Lane in, trying to get right on Giglio's door. Giglio goes even earlier that time. Lane in, trying everything he can to keep pace. Montrose, Cleaver, Dominic Lee, and Margison gets by the 69 of J Munch. Needs to pass a vehicle a lap on those fresh tires as the 8 gets turned by Quinn Newton. Caution is out again. They are still wrecking. Trenton Steed's around, and Ethan Evers hard into the outside wall. This demo derby is broken out at a race. Quinn and Ethan make contact coming off the corner, and then both go up into the outside wall. The 8 and 88 make contact. And then Ethan tries to avoid Trenton.
Can't catch a fucking break tonight.
Ethan trying to avoid Trenton absolutely destroys his truck. Goodness gracious. So another one of our playoff contenders, Ethan Evers, having an issue. Quinn Newton was involved in that one. Heard him very upset. Left front missing on the 88 truck. Recap our playoff drivers. Giglio doing what he needs to do to move on to the next round. Montrose sitting in a good spot in the 1. Cleaver in the 2. Pop in at our points here. Margison up to the 6th spot. He had a lot of points to make up, so we'll see if he's able to do that. Currently in the 6th spot. That's enough of that. Quinn Newton, you just heard on the radio, he's back in 10th. Can't really catch a break, as he said. He needs to jump over Cleaver and Evers. Evers right now on the pit lane. Looks like he's gotten back out. Had a fast repair waiting, so he has a brand new truck in 15th. We'll see if he's able to parlay that into any kind of a good finish. He has some work to do to catch up to Quinn Newton and others that he is battling. Going to be tough for Ethan there. Just make Blake yellow. Yeah, he's in pretty good shape. He gets that early jump on every restart, and away he goes. I don't think he has really any worry in the world as long as he doesn't screw up on his own. Lane in, Montrose, Cleaver, Dominic Lee, your top 5. Zach Margison, J Munch, Travis Martin, Lucas Hoytsma, Quinn Newton. Those two have skirmished all night long. Quinn may get desperate for a point and move the 97. Knowing that every point is important to the 88 team right now. Colin Teague in 11th. Daniel Wallen 12th. J.R. Deal 13th. Trenton Sneed 14th. Ethan Evers 15th. Jeremy Scher and Andrew Beach all in the lead lap. Mike Edwards' car still being repaired. Looks like he will finish 18th tonight. iRacing sedan pace car should head on out of the way. Then we'll get this tense, quiet, calm drive down the backstretch as we wait for the restart. Landon trying to predict when the 16 will go. Did not get it right again. Montrose is going to get to the inside and try to take second away. Landon really stacked up the outside line. Montrose taking full advantage, drives it in there deep on Landon. Takes the middle line, Landon up the hill. Dominic Lee looking inside Cleaver. As they go 3 wide with Margerson. There's a bit of contact between Margerson and Cleaver. Margerson, remember, on those fresher tires. We make it to the white flag, so this will end it. Checkers or wreckers, Giglio well out in front. We're watching this scramble where all the points are being traded. Landon pushes Montrose back up the hill, turnabout being fair play. Margerson gets into Montrose, so those two beat and bang on the backstretch coming out of turn 2. Lucas Huisma out of shape again. He's going to get into Colin Teague and cause another wreck. As we stay with the front here, Giglio gets the win. Tyler Lane in second. Looks like Margerson and Montrose at the line. We'll see where iRacing gives it out. Looks like Margerson edges out Montrose. Cody Cleaver, last truck in the top 5. Then Dominic Lee, Travis Martin. Quinn Newton gets up to 8th. Colin Teague 9th. Trenton Sneed 10th. Lucas Huisma 11th. Andrew Beach 12th. Jeremy Scherer 13th. Daniel Llewellyn 14th. J.R. Deal 15th. And the 8 of Ethan Evers in 16th. Ethan probably pretty disappointed as he was at that cutoff line. We'll have to wait for official points from the folks that have that set up and ready to go. I think Will Asherbanner was working on that for us as we watch Blake Giglio celebrate his victory. Let's go ahead and pull him in. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good, especially for you. You just punched your ticket to the next round with style, taking the victory here at Phoenix. How do we feel about the race tonight?
Yeah, it's good there to get the win. I don't know how to get to victory lane, so I'm kind of like an idiot right now trying to get there. So, yeah.
You could always ask Lucas.
I don't know if he knows how to get here tonight.
Tonight, probably not, but however, he's got plenty of pictures in that victory lane, let me tell you.
I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's over here. Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
You're holding up everything.
I know. Just give me... Oh, here we go.
You did it.
All right, now I can do my interview.
Yay. Okay, well, Blake, you got the victory tonight at Phoenix. How do we feel about getting the win here in the Cave City Roleplay Truck Series?
Yeah, felt good. We were really fast all night long. I was really surprised with our speed. Normally, this is a track that's kind of iffy for me, hit or miss, and tonight I think we definitely hit on something. I was able to control the car how I wanted it, save my tires, and really showed good long run speed.
10-4, you got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Broadcasting, shout out to Cave RP for sponsoring the series. Artemis, Low Drag, CDC, I'm9 Performance. You know, we got EX3 on this car. We have a nice throwback car again. It's working. Hey, last 2 races we've been fast, so gonna keep on running it until the luck runs out.
Keep running throwbacks until it doesn't work no more, right?
Yeah, why not, right?
Perfect. All right, bud. Congrats on that victory tonight. Congrats on actually finding victory lane. Well done, and we'll see you in the next one, my guy.
All right, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Let's go find Tyler Lanen. See if Lanen is hanging out. He is. Tyler, DG, you got a copy?
Yep.
Yep. Well, hello, sir. You brought it home in P2 tonight. Looks like you were kind of second to Blake all night long. What did you maybe need to try and sneak a win there from Blake?
Restart zone in 5 laps.
Perfect.
Yeah, he finally went in it. I'll give it to him, but that was annoying because you can't predict before, because then you jump him and then you get penalized, and there's no restart zone either, so that doesn't help. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the rule for league is once the vehicle's off the racetrack. So it's unfortunate at Phoenix since it gets off the track in turn 2. So it's kind of like a gentleman's agreement, and Blake had no interest in that tonight at Phoenix. So he's still able to hang on to P2 there, and nice effort, nice showing for your Ford. How do we got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for it tonight?
The Brian Hicks driving experience, the best in the league, and Carson Hocevar for promoting my terrible graphic that I made.
All right, bud. Congrats on that P2 finish, and we'll see you in the next one, hopefully.
Yep.
Tyler Lane bringing home P3. Now we go try to find the 55, which has already left the racetrack. Give me a hot minute. We will track down Mr. Margison's truck on track. Should be somewhere around here. And there we go. Zach, DG, you got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, you have to hold your breath and see if that third place is going to be enough to move on to the round of 8. What are your feelings on it?
I'm hopeful, but kind of doubtful because I didn't get stage points. But you know what? I had fun anyway, so that's all that matters.
That is what we're here for, having the fun. If you don't have fun, you did it wrong.
Yeah, I was like, I sent it on the last lap. I wasn't gonna lift for nothing. So I definitely doored, I think, Ian at least once or twice on the backstretch. So
well, it paid off. You brought it home P3 and did the best you could on your finish. We'll see in a little bit how that plays out for the points. See if you are moving on or not to the next round. Good luck to you there. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us tonight.
I want to thank all the 1010 spos, especially Travis, because he said, "Are you in first gear?" And I said, "Should I be?" And he said, "Yes." So I went to first gear.
Nice. Yeah, that short little blip.
And then my GamerSup sponsor now. I got them on the truck, so it's kind of fun. If y'all want some GamerSups, they actually have free samples, so you can go to the website and actually get free samples if you want them.
Free things are nice.
Free things are definitely nice, so get free samples. It's fun. They're good.
Free samples, they're fun.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right, bud, congrats on that P3 run, and we'll see you next week, and we'll see if you have a yellow banner or a blue one.
Yeah, thank you.
Martison brings it home P3 tonight. Let's take a look at our final results from Phoenix. Promise you they're coming. There you go. We have Blake Giglio getting the win tonight. Tyler Lane and Zach Margison on the podiums. Ian Mott chose Cody Cleaver in the top 5. Dominic Lee, Travis Martin, Quinn Newton, Colin Teague, Trenton Sneed, your top 10. Page 2, we got Lucas Hoytsma, Andrew Beach, Jeremy Scherer, Daniela Wallen, J.R. Deal, Ethan Evers, Jay Munch, Mike Edwards, and Matt Benke. So Edwards and Evers are going to be holding their breath as they put out the points and see who makes it to the next round. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsors, get the bills paid. We've got 911 Fleet Services doing our Wednesday Cup Series. Cave City Roleplay did the Truck Series race you just watched here tonight. And then we have Fort Worth Screen Printing doing our Tuesday night Xfinity Series. FSM Customs does our Friday night IMSA League. We also have Golden Eagle Syrup doing our Friday night Super Speedway Series, which is a ton of fun. So come on out and watch that tomorrow night. Light of My Life Candle, they give away a candle every single Tuesday night during the Xfinity race. So if you want a free candle, come on by for that. M9 Performance does our modified series on Thursday or Tuesday nights. Steve Tombstone Game Farm does our Sunday Street Stocks. ARCA Spit and Venom podcast. They do the Monday night series for ARCA. 1023graphics.com does our Dirt series on Tuesday. So come on by, check them all out. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors that help gets the bills paid and makes the things go around in circles for us. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you back tomorrow night for the doubleheader with IMSA and the Golden Eagle Super Speedway Series. Thank you so much and have a good night.